Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and this is WRC 10. Yes, we're playing WRC 10. I am going to do Rally Catalunya now. I am using my Thrustmaster TX racing setup. I haven't yet tried to even play this on a controller yet. It's just too good on my setup to so I've just been trying to get to know these courses and get into terms with them. So basically is what I'm doing is yeah, I'm just recording myself playing these. I am probably gonna be posting plenty of videos out there for these. For this I'm gonna be doing the Ford WRT, the M Sport Ford. This is pretty fun. This game feels so freaking good now that I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you're on the fence about picking this up, yeah, go ahead and buy it. You'll be happy with this. This is the first one. It's taken me less time to come to grips with being able to jump into this and play this than it did on the than going from WRC 8 to WRC 9. That was a much harder transition than this. This here has been a lot better. The handling model is freaking amazing now. There's definitely a lot more trackside detail, a lot more detail in this game. So yeah, I'm loving this. This feels freaking great. This is probably the best Tarmac has ever felt on these games. And yeah, it feels good. It's humming along at 60 frames a second. Sounds in this game are freaking much better. The commentator now, like when you crash or make a mistake, he'll like say something smart ass, you know. Like, it's pretty cool. It's fun. I like it. I wish he would like freak out if we like went off a cliff or something, you know, like, oh, what are you doing? That would be kind of cool. But yeah, this is like the ultimate freaking rally experience, man. This feels good. It's definitely fun to drive. I mean, the Tarmac, oh my gosh, man. I don't think I've ever had this much fun on a Tarmac stage. Like, this game is just great. It feels good. My wheel setup was working just fine with it today. Like I said, I'm using the Thrustmaster TX. This feels good. This feels really good. The whatchamacallit, the force feedback on this, oh gosh, it feels good. You could tell the difference in the suspension now. Like, this just feels so much better. You can feel like the body roll. The tires feel better on the road surface. Yeah, gosh, this game is just great. I cannot believe how much of an improvement this is over WRC 9. Like, I am freaking out about this. This is so good. I cannot believe how much of an improvement this is over 9, because 9 was actually pretty good. Like, I thought 9 was great, but the cars definitely feel like they have weight to them now, whereas on WRC 9, I mean, they did feel like they had better weight to them then, but oh my gosh, this feels so much better. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. This is freaking amazing. The way that these cars move, the way that the way they sound, the way the oh gosh, yes, this is great. It definitely feels a lot better on the Tarmac than it does on the on gravel. But yeah, dude, there's a lot of Tarmac stages in this. I do not like, well, I do like the snow stages. Like, I did try to play Monte Carlo. Oh boy, yeah. That there's a whole nother thing to learn all on its own. The way the cars react on the snow now, yeah, that feels pretty close to what it would be like in real life. You know, you're slipping and sliding all over the place. Your tires are just spinning. You're not, yeah. Man, it is tough to drive those. I mean, you're at like 30 freaking miles an hour going through all that snow if you play that track on reverse first. The reverse track of that, oh my gosh, yeah, it was pretty intense. So I do like that. I love the more realistic feeling of this game this time. Oh boy, it's great. This feels so freaking nice. Being able to finally get some good, some good traction and stuff on this game. Oh my gosh, like this just feels so freaking so good, so good. I mean, you look at this and you're like, oh boy, yeah, this feels good. And this has only taken me a couple of hours to actually come to grips with how this game feels. It's definitely the quickest I've ever freaking been able to pick up this game and start playing it. I'm doing pretty good on the gravel as well. So some stages are a little bit tougher than others, but I know in my review I said I haven't seen no screen tearing, but I went to you do definitely see a little bit of screen tearing in Portugal. Not much at all, but gosh, that freaking ooh boy, I'm out of control there. There's a on Wells, man, like gosh, that game's that stage screen tears on every version. So when I went to Wells and I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, man, I wish they could fix that, get that fixed to where that doesn't tear, to where that screen doesn't tear. That it's not as much as I have seen in the past, but yeah, it is definitely there. Sorry for the misinformation on my review, but yeah, dude. It's always been that way on that stage. I've just kind of accepted it. I don't really drive that stage often, but yeah, it was definitely there. I did not see the screen tearing in Japan like last year's version. No screen tearing here yet in this stage. This is my third attempt on this one. But I love the way this feels in here. Feels so freaking amazing.
Left 4 short and left 3
Oh,
short.
there we go. Let's ride that curve.
Yes. Right 4 and left 4 30.
I love the way this looks. Oh my gosh, dude, there's just so much freaking detail in this. And I'm playing on the 60 FPS mode, so technically this is dynamic 4K, which doesn't look dynamic to me. It looks like it's holding pretty close to a higher resolution the whole time, except for when the screen does tear. Even that, it doesn't look like it's dropping the resolution because it's just tearing the screen instead. When I've always kind of thought that the dynamic resolution on this does not work as intended. It's kind of slow, so you get that screen tear instead. But it's a lot more minimal than I've ever seen it before. Like this freaking stage is great. I love all the turns in here. I love the realisticness of the track. This is actually the way it would. I don't know. It kind of just, it feels more realistic this time. Yeah, dude, the handling in this game is just amazing. It's amazing. Like, this is the best I've ever felt Tarmac. They've definitely put in a lot of work to making this game feel better and feel better. And I am so freaking irritated that Codemasters is going to be doing WRC in the coming years. That's a big mistake. A big mistake. These guys have freaking push boundaries that are like, this is, oh gosh, this feels so good. I think that's a mistake. This should definitely not be going to Codemasters. This should be this should stay with these. I mean, like, I know Codemasters is gonna do a damn good job, but gosh dang it, man, I would much rather have that competition still between Dirt Rally and this. It just pushes both of these guys to get better. That really sucks.
Short into right 2 and left 2.
It's kind of depressing, actually, to tell you the truth. Just how good this game feels now compared to like their earlier works. These guys have come a long way. They deserve to continue to build these games.
Right left 1 short into hairpin right short.
Man, it's just really frustrating. I know Codemasters is going to do an alright, decent job, but
Left 2.
I prefer. I don't know though, man. Codemasters doing it every. Well, I mean they do F1 every year, so yeah, I bet they could possibly do it. But at the same time, dude, I love the way these guys look. I mean, yeah, I still feel like that was a major mistake to take that license and go to Codemasters. I'm definitely looking forward to these guys' work on other games. Test Drive Unlimited should be using this same model, this handling model, and if that is the case, that game is going to be freaking amazing. That game is going to be so good. With an open world, with realistic driving physics like this, that is going to be one freaking heck of a game. I like Forza Horizon because of the more realistic feel to it. So definitely having this type of a handling model in Test Drive Unlimited, it is going to make that a good game. And that's what I think open world arcade racers need, is a more realistic handling model, more realistic driving. I think they would be much better, you know. I mean, it just would. I feel like technology is at a point where we should be able to start getting, you know, that type of a nice, beautiful open world with realistic driving. I think it's time. You know, I definitely think it's time. Like, this is great. I'm so freaking excited and happy with this handling model in this game. I don't. Just being able to convey it with words, I don't know, man. That's pretty tough. But it feels good. It feels so freaking white knuckle to drive these cars. Like, it is good. I love it. Whew. Like, this is great. Hey man, it looks like I am the only one to post on this one. So yeah, there you go, man. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Rally Catalunya. Freaking amazing stage. I love it. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. These cars are freaking great. I just cannot express that enough. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.